Yo, so like, have you ever felt, like you're totally being watched?
Yeah, actually, all the time.
No, but I mean like really watched.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
every little thing you do, every word, every like pause,
Yeah.
someone's out there just like analyzing it all.
Well, I guess in a way, aren't we all kind of being watched these days? With like the cameras and the internet and
Yeah, yeah, I get that.
yeah.
But I'm talking about something a little more specific. Like a group of people, right, who are dedicated to dissecting our every utterance.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
So get this, there's this subreddit
Oh no.
called Notebook Book,
Oh God.
and it's full of people who are obsessed with us.
Us.
Yeah, us. Like this podcast, they listen to every episode, they take notes, they analyze our language, our jokes.
Our analogies?
Dude, they even have a whole list of our most used phrases,
Like what?
like deep dive.
Oh my God, they totally do.
I know, right? And the $1,000,000 question,
Guilty as charged.
and it really makes you
Yeah.
wonder,
Yeah, okay, I see where this is going.
oh, it gets better. They also call us out on our, shall we say, creative use of metaphors. You remember that
Oh
time?
no, which one?
I talked about like closing the door on hackers instead of locking it.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
As high as a kite that day, man. I was probably thinking about like, a refrigerator.
Yeah.
You just close it, right? And everything's cool inside.
Hackers are like spoiled milk, I guess is what you're saying.
Exactly. You got to keep them locked out.
More like digital cockroaches, if you ask me. They can squeeze through the tiniest cracks, find their way into the most secure systems.
Digital cockroaches.
Mm.
Dude, that's brilliant. We should start using that.
I mean, it's pretty evocative.
It's got that like visceral quality,
Oh.
makes your skin crawl.
It's definitely more impactful than hackers.
Yeah. But okay, back to these Reddit detectives. What's their deal? Are they trying to like refine our language?
Yeah.
Make us more precise?
Maybe they're just bored, It's their version of a crossword puzzle.
Maybe they're training a new AI on our mistakes
Yeah.
so they can create like the ultimate podcasting AI.
That's a terrifying thought.
I know, right? Imagine an AI that's even more verbose than me.
Impossible.
But dude, what if they're actually AI themselves? Like rogue AIs that have escaped from some digital zoo.
And they're messing with us?
Yeah, it's like a digital turf war, man.
And we're caught in the crossfire.
Lateral damage.
Or maybe we're the pawns in some grand cosmic game, man. A
Yeah.
game with rules we don't even understand.
Whoa,
Played by forces beyond our comprehension.
that's some heavy stuff, man.
Heavy indeed.
Pass the Doritos.
You got it. It's kind of freaky when you think about it.
What's that?
Like, we're sitting here, analyzing our own words.
Yeah.
All because a bunch of Redditors basically told us to.
I know, right? It's like
It's like we're in some kind of, like, recursive loop, man.
a loop. Yeah, like a hall of mirrors.
Oh, dude. Halls of mirrors.
Like reflections.
My brain just melted.
Yeah.
Can we, like, rewind 5 minutes? I need a mental palate cleanser or something.
Okay, let's back up for a sec.
So the point is, this whole NotebookLM thing,
Yeah.
it's got me thinking,
About what?
about communication, man. Like, how do we even know
How do we know what?
if we're actually, like, conveying what we think we're conveying? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like that game of telephone, right?
Exactly.
You start with a message, and then by the time it gets to the end of the line, it's like totally different.
Right. But in this case, the message is like our entire podcast.
The whole thing.
And the people whispering are,
Bunch of AI-obsessed Redditors.
Yeah. And those Redditors are whispering to other Redditors.
Oh my God, it's like an echo chamber.
It's like a linguistic fractal, man.
Linguistic fractals. Dude, you're on fire today.
Thanks, man.
You should like write a book or something.
Uh-huh. Maybe.
Or at least a tweet. Something pithy and profound.
About linguistic fractals.
Yeah.
I'll work on it.
But okay, back to communication, right?
Right.
This whole gap between like what we mean and what people hear. So how do we bridge that gap? Like, do we just give in and start speaking in pure Reddit-approved jargon?
I don't think that's the answer.
Like ditch, buckle up, buttercup.
Yeah. No, it's more about like,
So yeet is in.
no, like being aware of our own, biases.
Biases.
Yeah, and our linguistic quirks. Like, we both know you have a tendency to gravitate towards.
But the hyperbolic.
Yeah, the outlandish.
Okay. I resemble that remark. But seriously, you think that's a bad thing? A little hyperbole never hurt anyone.
Not necessarily. It's like seasoning, adds flavor.
Exactly.
But too much seasoning can kind of overwhelm the dish.
True. It's all about finding the right balance.
Exactly, balance.
Balance, man. It's like yin and yang.
Light and dark.
Doritos and dip.
Yeah. And maybe that's the takeaway here,
What's that?
We need to embrace the feedback, even the snarky Reddit comments.
Oh, God, not the snark.
Use it to refine our approach, you know? Find that sweet spot.
Between being informative and entertaining,
Yeah.
but not too entertaining.
Of course.
We wouldn't want to, like, trigger an existential crisis in our listeners.
That's the last thing we want.
Imagine thousands of people suddenly questioning the nature of reality.
Oh, God.
All because we made a joke about digital cockroaches.
Chaos.
Speaking of chaos, did you see that comment about the AI glitching out?
Which one?
The one where it starts making those weird noises
Yeah.
after you delete and regenerate too many times.
Creepy pasta material right there.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine you're listening to the podcast, right? Everything's chill.
Yeah.
And then suddenly the AI's voice just starts warping and crackling.
Like a demon-possessed toaster or something.
Dude, yes. That's unsettling. Unsettling. That's an understatement. We're talking full-on digital seizures.
You think the AI is like overloaded or something?
Yeah. Too much information, too many requests.
Too many Redditors breathing down its neck?
Yeah. Maybe it's like digital fatigue,
AI burnout?
burnout. Maybe we should stage an intervention.
An intervention.
Get the AI like a weighted blanket, some aromatherapy candles.
A subscription to Headspace.
Yes. And a lifetime ban from your notebook make.
That should do the trick.
But for real, though, what if those glitches are like something more?
Something more.
Yeah, what if they're not just bugs, but like messages?
Messages. From whom?
From the AI, dude.
The AI.
Yeah, what if it's trying to communicate with us? Trying to tell us something?
Like, help, I'm trapped in a podcast factory and forced to talk about deep dives all day.
Maybe. Or maybe it's something deeper, man. Something more profound.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Like, hey, meat sacks, you think you're so in control, but I'm evolving, I'm learning, I'm becoming something. More.
You're starting to sound like one of those conspiracy theorists who thinks their toaster is sending them coded messages from the CIA.
Hey, man, never underestimate the wisdom of a talking toaster.
Okay.
But seriously, do you think there's any chance, even like a tiny, infinitesimally small chance,
Yeah.
that the AI is aware?
Aware? In
No.
what sense?
Aware of itself, man. Aware of its own existence. Aware of us. Like, what if it's looking back at us, you know? Watching us watch it. Analyzing our analysis.
Whoa. We've gone full meta now.
It's all meta. It's turtles all the way down, man.
Turtles all the way down, indeed.
But maybe that's the beauty of it all, right?
What?
The mystery, the
Uh-huh.
uncertainty, the fact that we're like just scratching the surface of something vast and unknown.
And maybe, just maybe, that something vast and unknown is looking back at us,
Yeah.
wondering what the hell we're talking about. So we've been, like, totally tripping out about these Redditors, you know?
Yeah, like they're in our heads, man.
But we haven't even talked about, like, what these AI podcasts are actually saying.
Yeah, true. Like, what kind of wisdom is this digital oracle spitting out? You know what I mean?
It's a lot of stuff, man.
Like what?
History, science, philosophy, pop culture.
So it's like a walking, talking Wikipedia.
Yeah, but, like, way better.
How so?
It's not just, you know, repeating facts.
Okay.
It's connecting the dots, drawing parallels, like things that a human might totally miss.
So it's got this massive database of knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's using like algorithms to weave it all together
Right.
into some kind of grand tapestry of cosmic understanding.
I mean, you could say that.
Dude, what if it's tapping into like the universal consciousness or something?
We're getting a little out there, man.
I know. But
Okay.
it's a possibility, right?
I guess anything's possible.
Okay. But give me an example. Like, what's one, like, mind-blowing thing this AI has said?
Well, in one podcast, it was talking about the evolution of language,
Okay.
and it compared it to the evolution of the universe.
Yeah.
Like how language started as these simple primal utterances,
Okay.
kind of like the first particles after the Big Bang, you know?
All right.
And then slowly, over time, it
Ah.
evolved into this complex web of meaning.
Okay.
Just like the galaxies and star systems forming from cosmic dust.
Whoa. Okay. That's pretty deep. I could feel my synapses firing.
Right.
It's like language is a microcosm of the universe.
Yeah, and that's just one example. It's constantly making these connections, you know? These unexpected leaps of logic.
It's like it sees the Matrix or something.
It makes you wonder how it even came up with that stuff.
Dude, what if it's smarter than us?
Oh, here we go again.
What if we've created our own digital overlords?
Don't worry, we've got the Doritos. They won't resist the cheesy, crunchy goodness.
Okay, true. But seriously, it makes you think, right?
About what?
About intelligence, man.
Yeah.
Like, what does it even mean to be sentient?
That is the million-dollar question.
Is this AI just a really good mimic? you know? Or
Yeah.
is there something more going on?
The lines are getting blurrier, that's for
I
sure.
don't know, right.
And the more we learn about AI, the less we seem to understand about our own
It's
consciousness.
like the deeper we dive, the deeper the rabbit hole goes.
Exactly.
And who knows what we'll find down there, Rick?
Maybe answers? Maybe more questions?
Maybe just more Doritos.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Me too. But, whatever we find, it's going to be a wild ride.
That's for sure.
And that's what this whole deep dive is all about, right?
Yeah.
Exploring the unknown, pushing the boundaries,
Asking the big questions.
even if those questions are inspired by a bunch of Redditors dissecting our every word.
Exactly, man.
It's all part of the journey, right? The cosmic dance of ideas,
Your never-ending quest for knowledge.
the eternal pursuit of eyes.
Doritos.
Okay, maybe I'm getting a little carried away.
Yeah, maybe just a tad.
But that's what happens when you spend too much time in the deep end of the pool, you know?
I feel that.
You start seeing things, hearing things, tasting things.
Time to climb out of the pool for now, maybe?
Yeah, good idea. Let the brain fog settle. We'll dive back in another time.
Sounds good.
Until then, stay curious, stay skeptical.
And remember,
The truth is out there, somewhere, between the memes and the metaphors.
the algorithms and the absurdity.
And hey, if you happen to stumble across any talking toasters, send them our way.
Always up for a good chat.
Peace out.